Many of you already know this. High school was pretty rough for me. Bullying, depression, suicidal thoughts, all of that jazz. And I honestly have to say that two groups of people responsible for helping me get through high school are two musical groups, one of them being Evanescence, the other one being Linkin Park. And since Linkin Park has been releasing new music, I felt the need to talk about it a little bit and react to it because it's been getting a lot of positive feedback and a lot of negative feedback from people within the Linkin Park fan base. So here we go. So Linkin Park is prepping to release a new album, I think in May. It's titled One More Light, and thus far they've released two songs from it. The first one they released a month ago is titled Heavy, and it features the new up-and-coming artist Kiara, who is well known for her pretty popular pop song Gold. I really liked the track. I felt that it echoed some of the similar styles Linkin Park has used in the past. The lyricism is very powerful, the chord progression is pretty powerful, but I was more impressed by the song that they released last night, which is titled Battle Symphony, and this is a song that from what I hear is keyed in a very major type of key, like the chord progression is in a major chord progression, and it sounds very uplifting and positive and kind of bouncy. I really like it. It's something that you don't get to hear often from Linkin Park, but again, the sound of the lyrics, the meaning behind the lyrics, and certain beats are very similar to beats that they've used in the past. The only difference is that most of their prior songs have had a lot of percussion and electronics overlaid, and this type of music seems very stripped back and focused on the words as opposed to the instrumentation, which is very refreshing for Linkin Park. I think it's a very interesting choice and a very good choice for the direction that they're taking. But of course this was met with a lot of criticism from people who were very loyal to their breakout albums Hybrid Theory and Meteora, which came out about 15 years ago. Most of those people would prefer alternative rock, hard rock, and nu metal, which was kind of their trademark back then, and they've dabbled in those areas since then as well in most of their subsequent albums. But I honestly have to say that people who are claiming that Linkin Park has lost their way or that they aren't great anymore, those statements are a bit misplaced in my opinion, because as an artist myself, I understand that it's important to grow and the music to grow with me. And you have to keep in mind that the people making this music, they're in a completely different headspace now than they were back in year 2000 when they were coming out with Hybrid Theory, when they were singing about teenage angst. In fact, someone recently asked Chester Bennington, the lead singer of Linkin Park, why he doesn't scream as much in his music anymore, or why he doesn't sing about teenage angst, and his response was, basically, I'm 41 years old, why should I be singing about those things anymore? Yeah, there are angsty things that affect us throughout life, but sometimes we confront or respond to those things differently, and I think that's something we need to keep in mind with this new style of music. I think there are many elements that are similar to their older songs. The beats, for example, the song lyrics are very similar. Some of the chord progressions are similar. The only difference is that the message is more uplifting, and it kind of baffles me that people are surprised by this because they have done uplifting songs before. I mean, do we remember the song Iridescent that came out a few albums ago? That was a pretty uplifting song, and people seemed to respond to it very positively. So I really think that a lot of Linkin Park fans who are not so eager to listen to their new music, just think of the headspace that they're in. They're in a completely different headspace. They are wanting to branch out, and they're wanting to grow, and they want their music to reflect that, and I think by default, the fans should reflect that growth as well. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I miss In the End Linkin Park. I miss Numb Linkin Park. I miss Crawling Linkin Park. But at the end of the day, I love this band. I love Chester Bennington, I love Mike, I love all of the talent put behind this music, and I'm going to find the means to be open-minded enough to enjoy these new different forms of music that they are creating. And in many ways, I don't really think this is a new sound for them, it's just a different style that they're working with, and they're evolving their older style, and I think that's refreshing. One thing to keep in mind that I think a lot of people are forgetting about is that only 2 songs have been released from One More Light. We can't really pass judgment on an entire album until we hear it as a whole, and I'm going to be doing a review of it when that time comes. So anyway, if you guys like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, especially if you like this video. Click the like button. Also, check out my social media links below. I also want to hear your thoughts, even if you disagree with me. If you absolutely detest Linkin Park's new music, share your thoughts in the comment section below. I really value discussion. If you loved Linkin Park's new music and you want to tell me why you do, share those thoughts in the comment section below as well. And you guys have a great rest of your night.